Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tarot CelebriTEA with your boy Ducky. So today we are going to be reading Kim Tae-Ri's cards as well as Joo-Hyuk. So they are both South Korean actors, and some lovely person requested that I read their cards today. So from the little bit of a Googling that I did, because, you know, whenever I am reading cards for celebrities, I try to look up their pronunciation, especially if I'm not familiar with them at all. But, you know, sometimes I assume, and like with Zendaya, I hope I said her name right this time. I just assumed it was Zendaya, and I got a lot of heat for it, so my bad, y'all. I try to do I try to do my research a little bit with just like the names of the pronunciations, the pronunciations of names rather. But I try to go into these readings blindly, not really knowing too much about them. I just know that Kim Tae-Ri and Joo-Hyuk did something together, a film maybe. So yeah, we're gonna get started with the reading. So remember that these videos are for entertainment purposes, and that is because we do not have Kim Tae-Ri nor Joo-Hyuk here to be like, yes, Ducky, what you're saying is true, it's valid, it makes sense, or for them to be like, no, I don't know what you're seeing in the cards, that's not it, you know? So just remember to take these videos with a grain of salt or 2 or 87, whatever you feel like. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's read Kim Tae-Ri's cards as to her thoughts on Joo-Hyuk. Yeah, let's do that. What are Kim Tae-Ri's thoughts in regards to Joo-Hyuk? The Three of Stones, creativity, yes, okay. The Two of Arrows in reverse. Okay, okay. The Four of Stones, protection. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So, let's start here. So in regards to Kim Tae-Ri's thoughts on Joo-Hyuk, with the Three of Stones here showing up first, I feel like they worked well together. Like they had a very good chemistry is what I'm seeing, because the Three of Pentacles talks about like people coming together, working well together, or, you know, bringing in your certain skills sets to the table, and bringing your strengths to the table to work on something. And it even says creativity here at the bottom. But like also with the Two of Swords here in reverse, normally the Two of Swords talks about, you know, good allies, good friends to be around. I feel like in the beginning, Kim Tae-Ri maybe thought that Joo-Hyuk didn't like her. Maybe he was a little bit cold. Maybe it was a little bit harder for him to warm up to her. I don't know. But I feel like with this Two of Swords coming here in reverse, we could talk about like maybe Kim Tae-Ri was like, does Joo-Hyuk like me? I don't think he likes me very much. But like overall, like they worked very well together with this Three of Pentacles here and with the Four of Pentacles as well. It says protection here, but it also talks about represents stability, having a good stable good stable foundation where they like were very close. They got very close because the Four of Pentacles talks about, you know, holding on to things, being close to things that are near and dear to you. So it seems like there's a lot of like good work ethic here between the two of them. Now, for some of you who are maybe thinking like, does Kim Tae-Ri like Joo-Hyuk in romantic sense? I'm not really seeing this. But it does seem like they worked really well together, like in the film. They each knew like what their strengths were, and they were very creative. They had a lot of creativity in the process of like filming together, and they like hold each other like near and dear to themselves. They hold like the times that they had near and dear to them. The only thing again is that Kim Tae-Ri probably was like, I don't think Nam Joo-Hyuk likes me very much in the beginning, but you know, that's okay. Sometimes it takes a little bit for some people to get closer to others. And so maybe that's probably what the case was here. So let's see, what does Nam Joo-Hyuk think in regards to Kim Tae-Ri? The Queen of Vessels, yes. Love that. The Knight of Arrows in reverse, okay. And the King of Bows. I'm getting the sense that maybe like Nam Joo-Hyuk thought that like Kim Tae-Ri just takes forever to get started or to be ready with this Knight of Arrows here showing up. Like, look at this bird. Like, the Knight of Arrows or the Knight of Swords is normally a very fast moving knight. Like, go, go, go. Like, they zip, zoom. They go very fast in and out of people's lives. They move quickly. But in reverse, I feel like maybe Nam Joo-Hyuk thinks that Kim Tae-Ri moves very slow sometimes. You know, like, all right, we got to get ready for the next scene, or like, we got to get ready for the next work day. And like, he would always get ready first. And she maybe like took her time, or like it just takes her a little bit of time, but he wouldn't rush her. I feel like he would not rush her to get ready faster, because like then she would get maybe a little bit angry. She would get irritable with this like King of Bows, this King of Wands energy in reverse. Like, look at these snakes. I feel like she would like be very snippy if he'd be like, all right, Teddy, like, let's go, hurry up. So I feel like that's like maybe one of the things that's like that maybe might have like been something that she's like, I don't think he likes me very much, and maybe maybe that's why. But overall, like, the beautiful thing is that like there's the Queen of Vessels here, the Queen of Cups. So I feel like Nam Joo-Hyuk thinks that Kim Tae-Ri is just very caring, you know, is very emotional, but is very strong, and she knows her emotions well. She's very like fluid, very creative, very I would say like ethereal when it comes to just evoking emotion. Like, she's very good at acting based off emotions and bringing out the emotions out of other people. Because again, like, maybe he's a little bit colder. Maybe Nam Joo-Hyuk is a little bit colder to like get to warm up to people, and it's easy for Kim Tae-Ri to like pull emotions out of people, like, you know, to make people feel like comfortable, or to make them, you know, feel more in certain scenes than some people think they are capable of. So that's kind of what I'm seeing, like, except like maybe it just takes her some time to get ready for work, or to get ready for the scene, to like things like that. And so he wouldn't rush her, because with the King of Wands here in reverse, like, it represents, the King of Wands represents fire, and like fiery. So I feel like maybe she would get a little bit fiery. She would like give him some sass, some attitude, if he'd be like, okay, Kim Tae-Ri, like, let's go, hurry, chop chop. But that's kind of what I'm seeing with their energy. But like overall, like, very good. Let's see. Okay, so now let's do some, we're gonna do like a current energy on like separately, like Kim Tae-Ri's current energy and Nam Joo-Hyuk's current energy, and then maybe some advice for them. So I'm just gonna pull 2 cards representing each of their current energy, and then we will do some advice. So let's get some current energy for Kim Tae-Ri. The Great Bear, Judgment. Okay, so it's like she's having a good sense of judgment. She knows what she wants to focus in life, is what I'm seeing. Like, she's got a great sense of focus right now. And the Shaman, she's creating a lot of things, a lot of projects, baby. Like, with the Shaman here, the Magician, and the Judgment card here, for me, I am seeing that like she just knows what she's like working towards, and she's protective of what she's working towards, and she's not going to let anyone tell her otherwise. Be like, okay, Teddy, like I don't think that's a good idea. She's not letting anyone like look at this polar bear protecting, you know, their cave. I feel like this is Teddy protecting all of like her creative aspects, her projects. And with the shaman here, the magician is a great manifester, a great creator. So she's creating a lot of things. There's a lot of creative projects here, and she's like protecting them, and she's not letting anyone like sway her focus. She's not letting anyone tell her otherwise, that maybe her projects may not be like the best, or like, are you ready for it, Teddy? You know, like she's not letting anyone sway her opinion and her motives and her creative ideas in a different route. So that is very good for her. All right, so let's see Joo-Hyuk's current energy. We got the 3 of arrows in reverse. Okay, so there's some healing going on. I don't know, maybe like Joo-Hyuk was feeling heartbroken about something for a while. Something might have happened, but he's starting to heal from it. With the 5 of bows, yeah, the 5 of bows represents challenges. So I feel like there was like there's some challenging aspect that Joo-Hyuk is currently getting over, and he's starting to heal from it. Because the 5 of bows is all about challenges, the 5 of wands, and with the 3 of arrows, always representing heartache, but in reverse, it represents that like there is still some hurt, there's some pain here, but those arrows are falling out, and he's starting to heal, he's starting to maybe believe in himself. There's just like some kind of like challenging aspect. There are some challenges, some obstacles that Joo-Hyuk is currently going through, but he's getting over them, or he's starting to heal, he's starting to like surpass them. So let's go on to some advice for them. All right, so we got these. Let's do some advice for Kim Tae-Ri. Advice for Kim Tae-Ri. We got the 7 of vessels, the 7 of cups in reverse. And we got the 4 of wands in reverse. Okay. This is gonna make sense with these 2 cards that came out with her current energy. Creation, baby. Yo, this is my card for the day too. Fun fact, because I always use the same deck of cards for my videos that I use for my own independent journaling. Like, here's my little journal, writing to 2021 and 2022. This is my oracle card of the day, if anyone cared to know. So with some advice for Kim Tae-Ri, we got the 7 of cups in reverse with the 4 of wands in reverse and creation. So creation, this card is all representative of the crown chakra, which is all about, you know, spirit and energy and enlightenment. So she is, again, creating a lot. So the advice for Kim Tae-Ri right now is to make sure she's not trying to do too much, to where she has like, she loses sight of her goals. Because sometimes the 7 of cups can talk about having a lot of choices, having a lot of options to pull from. But when it comes in reverse, I feel like maybe you have too many options and you don't know which option or which things to do. You're a little bit indecisive. So this is her advice for right now, is to be careful, to not be like having too many creations, too many projects going on, to where she starts becoming a little bit indecisive and loses track, and it like causes her to not be as grounded. Because the 4 of wands here, it says celebration here, but the 4 of wands talks about like prosperity and having a good foundation, you know. So she just needs to be careful to not try and do too many, not to be too ambitious, because the Suit of Wands is always all about your ambitions, your desires, your fire, your drive, your passions. So her advice is to not have way too many passions that she's trying to create right now, that she feels like scatterbrained, that she's like trying to do too much at once, and it causes her to be a little bit unfocused. So that is her advice for right now. And let's do some advice for Nam Joo-Hyuk. All right, let's get some advice for Nam Joo-Hyuk. The Green Woman, the Empress. And the Ace of Vessels, the Ace of Cups, yes. We love that. That is good. Trickery, the Green Heart Chakra. So here, we're going to start with Trickery because remember how I said he's going through some challenging aspects right now that he's like healing from and recovering from. This card talks about, it represents the heart chakra. And the heart chakra represents all about like love and harmony and peace. But this card talks about, you know, like this squirrel tricks the dragon into like taking his nut. And this card talks about, you know, be careful to like to not like always play like the victim, and to remember that each person plays a role, you know, like the prankster and the one being pranked. There's always a role being played. So the advice for Nam Joo-Hyuk is to remember that like if he's going through a challenging time right now, which it seems like he is, he needs to try and like figure out like what role did he play in this? Like, did he play like a victim role? Was he the one trying to be like the trickster? Was he trying to play games? Was he not being honest about things? And then like they backfired. So then like that happened. But the good thing here is that he got the Empress as his advice card. So the Empress talks about, you know, being fruitful, being abundant. So he needs to remember like all of the good things that he's already accomplished, all of the abundance he have, how great his life is, regardless if there are some challenges. Like overall, his life is really good. But also like the Green Woman, the Empress, is a very feminine energy. So it could be that like maybe he needs to remember like, is he, whenever like things happen and catch him off guard or some challenges happen, is he trying to play some tricks against like on women? Is he trying to like, you know, is he trying to play a certain role whenever he's talking to women? And then when it backfires, it really backfires. So that's kind of what's going on. And also the beautiful thing here too is with the Ace of Vessels, the Ace of Cups, this card always talks about the beginnings of love. So it could be that like maybe he's learning to love himself again, or maybe he's learning to actually learn to like that he doesn't have to play games when it comes to talking to women, or when it comes to like being in love. There is like no games or like tricks that he needs to play, you know, like that cat and mouse game. But like I do see this being his advice, is that like he doesn't need to be playing any tricks, he doesn't need to be playing any games with women, or with people that, you know, he's interested in. And that's going to go really well for him, because I do feel like maybe that could be something that might be a challenge that he's recovering from, that and that might be the reason that maybe he played a role, maybe he was the one, the trickster, or maybe he was the one being pranked. But either way, he needs to really like see like what role he plays, and how that affects, you know, like the outcomes of things, and why is it that he went through this challenging aspect that he's going through right now. And to remember that like he is also abundant, he has a lot of love as well, a lot of love from others and a lot of love to give to others, and his life is actually like overall really good. He just needs to be mindful like to not maybe play too many like games, and to play like on the heartstrings of others maybe. I'm not saying that that's like concrete that that is what he's doing, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. So that's it for this video. Thanks so much for requesting that I read Kim Tae-Ri and Nam Joo-Hyuk's cards. Feel free to give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, a thumbs down if you didn't like the video, and if you did not like the video, please feel free to give me some constructive criticism. Feel free to let me know what you thought of the video and some suggestions that you have on future celebrities card readings that I should do. So that's it for me, your boy Ducky. Remember to stay hydrated, take care, and love yourselves and respect yourselves and others. And I will see y'all on the next video. Bye.